guess we should
Be official.
we will be official in just a moment. Oh yeah. You like that look better or the other one?
Oh, I don't care.
We'll do both. How's that? We will be official in just a moment. What? No. Steve Shamlin's watching. He was part of the deal. Where's the comments of the fucking the brackets? The brackets.
You've already moved on.
I know. I have. Daryl Merrick, what's up, Daryl? Steve Shamlin. Everybody's out there watching. Say hello. We'd like to say hi. We're just getting started here. Get started here in just a minute. At 9 o'clock. Just want to come on early. Because we can. Because we can. Shadle. What's up, Shadle? I'm digging this background case. Uh-oh. CJ Bean's in the house.
Oh, God. CJ, start typing your sponsors out now. Then we'll know by the time the show ends, we'll have all of them in.
Right. That's pretty much true. CJ Bean, sup, dumbasses. Thank you very much. Yes, that's us tonight.
Yes, correct.
Tonight, that is us. Is it 9 yet? It's 9. All right. And we're back, Case. Welcome back to another edition, quarantine edition of the Smokin Gooder Show. Cook-offs are off the board for the most part, but we're back on. IBCA cook-offs are off the board. For the most part, but we're back on. My name is Robert Roach. I'm coming to you from the Bullhorn headquarters in Cypress, Texas. Just having a good old time working from home. Month number 5 of working from home. So I hope you guys are all safe. I hope you guys are getting used to your. I'm sure you are. You got to be into your everyday doings of how you're doing your life now. So anyway, as always, is my show partner with this nice background. He looks a little different, dropping some LBs over there. And got some glasses. Case Han, what's up, Case?
What's up, man? Yeah, I actually have vision now.
Yes.
If you thought my doctor's checkup a few months back was entertaining, you should have seen my first eye exam in 36 years.
How'd that go? 36 years? You've never had an eye exam?
No.
How old are you?
36.
Damn it.
Yeah, the lady goes, "Did you drive here?" I was like, "Well, yeah." She goes, "How do you see street signs?" I was like, "My wife tells me where to go like everyone else."
Now, did you actually realize that trees actually have leaves on them? It's not just this green blob up there.
Yeah, not gonna lie. I put the glasses on. The guy goes, "This is your first prescription?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Can you read that sign?" I was like, "Holy shit!" And then Carrie asked me what it's like, and I said it's kind of like seeing the world in 4K. High definition. She goes, "You understand the world's always been in 4K." So, yeah, and I can see comments too now, CJ, asshole.
Yes, you can see comments now. That's good, man. And you're how much weight loss have you got? Because you're looking good over there. You're vying to be the best looking host on the show. How much? 30?
30 pounds. And if I give up barbecue, it could have been faster, but there's some sacrifices that's not going to happen.
Yes. Have you given up beer?
For the most part, yes.
Yeah, that's one. That's a deal breaker for me. But no, congratulations, man. You're looking good. You're vying for the best looking show host on the So Smoking Gooder show, but you're not quite there yet.
I saw you in your sport coat the other night, looking all dapper.
Yes, 18-year anniversary me and the wife had. That was fun. We went out to Brennan's Steakhouse here in Houston, or it's not steakhouse, Brennan's, whatever. It's a New Orleans style seafood house. It was really nice. We had a good time. That was awesome, man. But yeah, man, congratulations. You're looking good. Keep it up. I'm sure you will. Were you riding a bike every day still?
Yeah. Kind of like Lance Armstrong, without the doping yet. So,
yep.
Was inspired.
I did not.
The other night, this was going to be a sore subject, but a couple nights ago, I was like, man, I'm just going to ride till this inning's over. And then the Diamondbacks scored 9 runs, and I lost 35 pounds in one inning.
Astros not looking too good, although they're playing right now. I don't even know if they're winning or not. But so let's start talking some barbecue, man. So as we had predicted, the American Royal, they finally said thanks, but no thanks. They're not going to be able to do the 2020 American Royal this year. We kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. Even though I think up until last week, they had sent an announcement that it was on and just no parties. Or that was actually a couple weeks ago when we did the last show. No parties.
Yeah, we were hoping for that.
And they were just, yeah. But so they went ahead a couple days ago and were outright postponed it till next year, canceled it till next year. So the 2020 Royal is not going to happen. That COVID has killed the Memphis in May. They've killed the Jack. And now they've killed the American Royal, or now it's killed the American Royal for 2020. Still some big ones coming up. Actually, are there any big ones coming up? I don't know. But IBCA, as we all know, we took a lot of IBCA. They've already said that they're not going to do anything through, was it October?
October at least. Yeah, all sanctioned events were canceled through October.
Through October. So that has opened the door for a lot of underground cook-offs. You know, these cook-offs that are happening, like the Fongers Chicken Challenge, which I participated in. That was a fun little 9 or 18 cook-off at Fong's house. We did a IBCA style half chicken. We had judges and we had comments, but that was fun.
I tuned in for awards. Had no idea who won, but I watched all of the awards.
Well, Sergio Ibarra, he won, and we had a first place, a second place, and a dead ass last. And somebody who's not watching, I don't think right now, but Steve Jimenez came in dead ass last. I don't know, man. I guess Jaybird's been showing him how to cook chicken. He's taking those Jaybird online classes, and it's working for him because that's about where Jaybird would end up. So he followed the recipes to a T, and he got his dead ass last cup, which were amazing, by the way.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say those cups that Wendy Williams did from the Cup Boss were really cool. They were all unique, different cups, and we're going to have some made for us, Case, not dead ass last cups, but just So Smokin Gooder Show cups that we can showcase on the show. So that was the Fongers Chicken Challenge, and you know go ahead.
So you'll have judges' comments.
Yes, we had judges' comments.
So Steve, dead ass last chicken. I think the best comment I read, someone said it was the most unrememberable chicken.
Unmemorable or unremarkable, something like that.
Yeah.
The same judge that told Steve that told Kevin Caldwell that his chicken was too juicy. So that happened? Yes, too juicy.
I can tell you, if that judge is watching, I'm sorry, but if I think it was Columbus June cook-off this past year in the open category. One of the judges didn't like bacon. You want to talk about a disaster for most of the people that turned in anything in the open that had bacon in it, which is a primary food group. So I'm not sure. So if you vote that you don't like bacon or the chicken's too juicy, it may be time to hang it up.
Yeah. It was cool, though. I suggest anybody out there who's doing these cook-offs, make sure the judges put comments on there because that actually it was fun to see what they thought. You know, a couple of the judges thought my chicken was the spiciest of them all, although I didn't think I had any spice elements in my chicken, but
you never did.
I didn't that time, not for chicken. I usually do. You're right, but that one I had cut that out because of your input. Case does not like any kind of hint of spice, and so mine was just a straight up nice chicken. I put some blue hog sauce on the top, but it was good. It was just a good chicken.
At least you didn't finish last, and Fong didn't win.
I finished fourth because it went to a final table. I think I was second going into the final table, which was dumb. One judge gave me a 9. The same judge in the final table round gave me a 6. So I guess it didn't cool very well.
No.
But anyway, but if anybody's out there doing these backyard contests or whatever, like we were at Fong's, which we're going to do another one at the end of the month. Case, hopefully you can do that one because it was fun. It'd be fun to get you out there and do that. But I suggest make sure tell them judges to put some comments on there because it helps. It helps to up your game a little bit, just get an idea of what you're going up against from random people. And it was cool. It was cool. Definitely going to do that again.
Speaking of, if you're out there, let us know that you're out there. We didn't mention early on. We got excited to talk about the Fong backyard competition. But yeah, if you're out there, let us know. We follow the comments. Rob does, and I can actually read them now. And so if you're following us live on Facebook, man, hit us up. We like the interaction. We like the comments. So as long as your name's not CJ Bean, feel free to comment away.
Old CJ Bean. Loves old CJ. Thanks for watching, CJ. Tony Tanache's in the house. What's up, Tony? Rematch Mark Suarez. So is there going to be another pork chop challenge rematch, Case?
I don't know. It's kind of nice to retire as a champion.
Well, Fong is 0-2 against host from the So Smokin Gooder show. I beat him in the first Fonger's Chicken Challenge, and then you beat him straight up. So we both beat him straight up. And so Dustin Stanley from the barbecue store is putting on another rib shootout similar to what we did in May. Another rib shootout and chicken challenge. So it's going to be ribs, chicken, and a mystery meat challenge like he did last time. So that's going on next weekend in Hempstead at the barbecue store. I will be there. That will be fun. I've done a 5-hour chicken. Like it was juicy. Nice. I'll be there. I know Fong will be there. Kevin Caldwell will be there. Quite a few other people. I think he's got 30 teams. And I think there's still space for more if you want to get in. That's going to be at the barbecue store next weekend. Again, this is because IBCA in this area is not sanctioning cook-offs, you're going to see a bunch of these cook-offs pop up like this one. Dirty Underwear Gang is formulating a cook-off coming up soon. They're going to do one. And then September 4th through the 6th, which is Labor Day weekend in Hempstead, Robert Smith is putting together a Husky picnic deal. I talked to him today. They have
fat people are invited.
I guess all Husky picnic. I guess it's just fat people and bringing in some beer and a picnic basket. We're gonna have a cook off. But yeah, that's gonna be in Hempstead. They're taking as many teams as they can fit right now. I think he said he had 65 committed cooks that are going to be out there. It's actually sanctioned Case. BCA. Never heard of BCA, the Barbecue Cookers Alliance. Apparently, they're taking advantage of IBCA being offline, and they're going to come in and do a cook-off. And apparently, from listening to Robert, it's kind of a mix of KCBS and IBCA. So we'll see how that works out. So that'll be my first BCA cook-off. It'll be fun to go out there and check that out. I have no idea what it is. But
also guys getting on the road, traveling to a KCBS event, I think in Oklahoma.
Yep, there's one in Eden, Oklahoma right now. They're going tonight, and tomorrow's the contest, KCBS. So there are cook-offs happening across the country, mainly here in Texas. They've kind of, because we're heavily focused on IBCA, they've settle down. Lone Star's still doing some cook-off. So if you really want to get out there and cook, you can go out there and cook a sanctioned cook-off or non-sanctioned. So,
and I always said the best thing about the event at the barbecue store, you can forget everything. So it's not that big a deal as long as you're willing to go in the store and buy it.
Right.
I think I made 5 different purchases just during the pork chop challenge. And so, but yeah, if you forget it, and especially the mystery box, and so the mystery box turned out to be one of the more fun things. You know, before I left tonight, I got to see the ingredients, and like I told you after that show, I would have handed that box right back to him. And so how anybody was able to figure anything out, that's when I realized I'm probably not ready to go on like Pitmasters or something, because I would have no idea how to have that crap together. Hats off to Joey and those guys that did. So.
Yeah. So we have a first guest tonight. He's a returning guest. He's been on the show before. I teased it with the first letter of his name. Former IBCA president Craig Sherry is going to be on here in just a minute, probably in 1 minute. Unfiltered, no longer the president. We get Craig in his just one of the guys, cook-off form, man. So yes, Carlo Case is losing weight. He's catching. He's going to look as good as you here shortly. But we'll have Craig Sherry on in about 1 minute. It looks like he's ready to go. So I'm going to bring him on in just a second. But yeah. So you got to ask Craig. What kind of questions do you want to ask Craig tonight, Case?
You know, Craig just launched. I was able to get my hands on the rubs that he recently just launched, and so back in Pearland was the first time that I got a hold of his APS rub. That was fantastic. His brisket rub came out, then chicken, but most recently, you know, he's a full collection now. And so between the Texas pepper jelly, the Craig sauce, which we're all very familiar with, all the glazes, and then now, you know, he's got a full complement of rubs. And not everybody can just jump in and bring this many rubs to market. And so intriguing. So those of you who don't know, Texas pepper jelly released 3 pepper, jalapeno, and then one of my personal favorites, chipotle. I even sent Craig a message thanking him for allowing me to grind through vegetables as I've been trying to lose weight, because without his chipotle rub, there's no way I eat a plate of broccoli ever. And so
let's bring him on. Yeah, tell him directly. All right. Welcome to the show. Welcome back to the show, Craig Sherry. Craig, you were on last summer. I guess we're making this a yearly summer retreat with Craig Sherry. How you doing, Craig?
I'm doing fine, gentlemen. How are y'all doing today?
We're doing just fine. Are you trapped, or do we need to send help to get you rescue you from this cave you're in?
Yeah, I've been playing with the lighting and nothing works real well. Hang on a second.
Oh, I was just messing with you.
Yeah,
he wasn't prepared for my new backdrop.
There you go. I was going to. Whoa! Now we can't see you. Turn that light back off. We can't see you. I was going to send Chuck Norris and the Commandos after you and make sure you're safe.
Send somebody. So how y'all doing?
Good, man. You shipping rub pallets at a time?
Well, some days are better than others.
How are things going, man? So how's life treating you now that you're no longer IBCA president? Is it a weight off your shoulders? I know it's been a few months now, but man, you got out the right time. Corona hit, and you're just like, whatever.
You know, honestly, I don't know how I would have handled this situation. I've got to commend the board for doing what they think is best. I've always been kind of a team player, and I have to support them. I may not always agree with them, but they did what they felt best to. How do I put this? They want to make sure that it's safe, that they're doing their part. Nobody wants to contribute to this mess.
Right.
And I really feel like that's where their heart is. I know it's not been a popular decision. I've listened to some of the cooks just cry and cry because KCBS is doing it. BCA apparently is doing it, and Lone Star is apparently doing it. But, you know, guys, there's something bigger out there than barbecue. And during these times, I think that we have to pull together and respect other people. You know, if a cook wants to go cook, I get it. let him go cook. But IBCA is also the people that put the head judges out there. And not all of the head judges are comfortable going out in this environment. Yep. Of course, this environment is fluid. It has peaks and it has valleys. And I guess the most confusing thing is some parts of the state aren't as hit as like our metropolis areas and what we're going through. I think it comes down to personal decision, whether you want to cook, whether you don't want to cook. I'm gonna stand behind them. I mean, at the end of the day, they did what they thought best for the organization. Time will tell if it's good or bad.
They're on the side of caution for sure. Case and I talked about it last week. Tony Tanache was on in the after show. He agrees and saying, they're doing what they feel is best, like you just mentioned. And, it is America. If you want to go out and cook, we just mentioned a few. You just mentioned some as well. Sanctioned bodies are still doing it. It's your choice. But I agree with what they did. And, I agree. If you want to go out there and cook, you go out there and cook. You risk it for the brisket, as Bucky says. But they have to weigh in a bunch of different things, man. And I think they're the Premier Texas. I know they're Premier Texas sanctioning body or so. They're looking out for what they feel is best.
An organization like KCBS is spread all over the country. Mm-hmm. So they can have a lot of cook-offs in a lot of areas that have not been as heavily affected.
Right.
They have a few more options. The smaller organizations, I'm going to take some advice that was given to me a while back. I'm going to keep my mouth shut on that one. But while I'm thinking about it, I will educate you real quick. Not that y'all need education, but BCA is nothing.
Not what my wife says.
BCA is nothing new. The old timers with IBCA, and this goes back before I was president, several years. I believe Lynn Shivers was president at the time. Back when we had the pit system before the regions, we had a pit in Louisiana, and it was as good as any other pit in IBCA. It was a decent sized pit. They probably had, I don't know, 15, 18 cook-offs a year over in the Louisiana area, scattered around. And without going into any detail, we parted ways. They had some demands of IBCA, and IBCA said no, and they said, we'll start our own organization. And Lynn said, go for it. Do what you got to do. And BCA was born from IBCA. And if y'all remember, Rob, you do, I don't know about Case, but Texas Gulf Coast had done the same thing. They had split off from IBCA, become Texas Gulf Coast, so its own entity, and then shut down. And BCA is really basically the same thing. So they modified the IBCA format. They do a couple of things a little different. I have never cooked one. I can only go by what I've heard. And for an example, if there's a tie at some level, they actually bring a different set of taste judges in to sit them down and let them retaste this food and break it that way versus off of existing score sheet the way we've done for years. There's pros and cons to that. I've always said there's not a perfect system out there. I personally think this makes the judging process longer because you got to have time.
Have they ventured into Texas yet, or is this their first one? Or
no, as far as I know, they haven't. This would probably be their first one. There's a few people keen on it, and whether they come back or not, that time will tell. I feel like when we get back to cooking and our schedule fills back up, that our IBCA cooks, especially the ones that want the points and everything, if there was one or two on the same weekend, you had your choice, IBCA or BCA, I feel like most of the cooks will go IBCA. So will they be here to stay? I don't know. They've been on their own now. I haven't kept track of the years. They've been on their own now for 7, 8 years, I'm going to guess, maybe 9, somewhere in there, 7, 8. And I don't know what they left with, half a dozen to a dozen cook-offs. They probably have, 15 to 20 cook-offs a year in and around Louisiana.
Okay. Well,
but it is what it is. I mean, at this time, what do we do? Guys want to cook. I get they want to cook.
Yep.
I do. But we've never seen anything like this. And I'm going to tell you right now, guys, none of us know what's going on.
No.
We still don't know what's going on. You can't believe the numbers. You can't believe the government. You can't believe your neighbor.
Nope. But you can believe Facebook.
Yeah, yes. Now I forgot about all about Facebook.
And the So Smokin Gooder Show.
Always that outfit. Yeah, always that outfit.
We predicted both things that happened with the Royal case. That you heard it here first.
I had it wrong.
Y'all didn't really believe the Royal was going to happen, did you?
No, we said it. We didn't think it was going to happen.
I know they stood strong for several weeks saying, oh, yeah, but at the end of the day, it was a smart decision not to do it.
Yeah, it was.
I'm not a doctor. My name's not Fauci or Trump, either one of them. I don't have the answers. But I will tell you, I think erring on the side of caution is a smart thing to do.
Well, just the sheer amount of numbers that go to the Royal. And then, it's people that it's not just, I don't know what the percentage of local teams there are, but they're people from all over the world that try to make this deal. So they had to make a decision.
Absolutely.
Rather than I thought this decision would have come a month ago, but I guess they were trying to hold all hope out and host it, and just didn't work out.
You remember one of the first big, large organizations that canceled? Not a barbecue. This is a worldwide thing. I'm kind of just going somewhere here. Bear with me. One of the very first ones. Do you remember who it was?
I think it was the NBA. They were first to shut it down.
Pre-NBA.
No,
that was the Olympics.
They
canceled the Olympics.
Yeah,
I was like, wow, that's like over a year away. Now they're talking about maybe pushing it back even further.
Well, no, the Olympics were supposed to happen this summer, Tokyo 2020.
This
summer?
Yeah,
okay. It was Tokyo 2020.
Well, but they put it off till next year.
They postponed it 1 year. Right. Yes,
1 year. So now that puts it over a year away, but they're talking now about pushing it further back.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about a moneymaker and a big event. It takes some cojones to cancel or move something like that.
I work for an international company, and our president, our main president, who is in Japan, told us to prepare for 2 years of this thing. So
yeah,
so it's right. We don't know if
IBCA stay shut down for 2 years. I don't think so.
No, you got to go back to life. But he was talking about working from home and stuff like that.
But
patience goes a long way too.
Yeah, and I think no organization wants to be the one that their name gets plastered out there, that their event, no matter who sanctioned it or that it's spread, or a judge. To your point, a judge or a head judge, everybody, the volunteers that make these things. It's not just us cooks that just want to go cook. There's a lot of people that make these move, and I don't think anybody wants to be the first one to really have this thing stamped on their head saying this was an IBCA event. Look what happened. And so I get it. We understand it. I think a level of frustration with everybody, no matter where you land and where you believe, but obviously we want to get back to normal, and it's dragged on. I was in the break room today at work, and the last calendar of events to do with the employees was February, because pretty much everything on there we can't do anymore.
Right.
So,
without spending all my time talking about this, I'm going to go back to what Rob said early on. I'm so glad this ain't my problem.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't wish this on anybody, but they are in uncharted territory. So I say let's cut them some slack and give them the benefit of the doubt.
For sure.
Luckily, you don't have anything else going on right now, right?
Me? No. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to blame COVID, but my business is booming.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And the only thing I can attribute it to is more people are staying home, more people are cooking at home, and the backyard guys, they're getting out there and learning more and ordering more. And I'm not complaining at all about this.
Well, good. I'm glad you brought that up. So what's going on with the Craig's line of barbecue products?
Did y'all notice some seasonings come out the last couple of months?
We definitely have. And
Rob noticed. I mean,
Case has been touting your stuff for a month now. It's been been good.
You know, Rob, I started to include you in on this, but I just didn't think you'd write a check as big as Case did.
Okay, hey, I'm very happy that you are. Case is a great person. You want to send some stuff that gets used in a family setting? Send it to Case Hahn. That guy.
He even eats broccoli is amazing. I won't touch the stuff.
He wouldn't have touched it a month ago. This is a new Case.
My hat's off to you, sir.
Chipotle rub on broccoli, APS on green beans. Just go with it. You got this is a fat guy reaching out to other fat guys out there. You can do it.
Well, if you're going to talk healthy, I'm going to be quiet. But if you're not going to talk healthy, I'm going to tell you, go a step further and put the jalapeno on popcorn. Ooh. Put the chipotle on popcorn. I actually had a tip the other day. Chipotle on pizza is just absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, so I can tell you anywhere that you would have used Tony Satchery, just throw that shit away. Switch to the Chipotle. Trust me.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. The 4 rubs are a staple, and honestly, I don't think I'm done yet. I don't think I'm going to do very many more. But I've got 2 or 3 in the back of my mind, maybe over the next 6 months or so. But I have come out with 7 rubs in 6 months. That's a lot. And it's a lot for the consumer to absorb. It's a lot for my finances to absorb. And it's one of those things. I'm going to sit back for a few months now and see what happens.
So when you go in from a development standpoint, and it's a busy field with people introducing products, and then I work in retail, and when you have a vendor and you got retailers that want to,
so can y'all see that?
There's only so much shelf space, even in a lot of these shops, and so how do you begin to make that pitch that, hey, move somebody over and bring my product in?
I'll be honest with you, Case. I haven't had to make that pitch, predominantly because I'm 15 years in the marketplace now. In 15 years with a good name. Now, we're not talking about me personally. We're talking about product for a second. 15 years with a good name, a solid reputation of being able to deliver in a timely fashion. I mean, y'all have ordered, both of you have ordered, and other people have ordered from time to time. And they'll tell you the stuff until recently, the stuff will get there within a couple of days. We are having some supply chain issues due to COVID right now. So it's getting hard. It's not that the producers, the co-packers can't pack it, but they're having trouble getting some of their products in down the line. And they're being quite candid with me. We're looking at this for another 6 to 9 months before things are leveled out, we hope. I'm doing the best I can to buy enough and keep enough on hand so that I don't run out any more than I have to. But I haven't had that problem, Case, or I haven't had to pitch it because I have a product that's known, a company that's a proven company. So when they see that I've got something else coming out, they're anxious to try it. And the stores, some will buy one flavor or another. Some will buy all 3 of them. But so far, I've been very fortunate.
So, Craig, you just came out with 7 seasonings. Were you just all released at the same time, or have some of them been out?
Well, the APS and the rib came out back in late January.
Uh-huh.
Like that. And then the brisket and the chicken I came out with about a month ago. And then the 3 peppers. Well, I have one called 3 peppers, but the 3 spicy seasonings, if you want to refer them to that way, the chipotle, the jalapeno, and the 3 pepper. I've had them. I just set on them. I got them into some of the stores. Our good friend Dustin over at what's Dustin's store?
Barbecue store.
Barbecue store.
Yep.
We had talked about it once before, and I don't know that it made it. COVID messed everything up. but I actually let the stores buy it, put it on their shelves 5 or 6 weeks before I just released it to the public.
Gotcha.
That was an effort. That was an effort to give them a chance to have something to sell and not compete against me.
So it's cases you've tried most of these. What's your favorite out of the new ones? The 3-pepper,
Yeah,
the
so obviously
Chipotle?
Chipotle is a go-to. I can tell you, and Craig and I talked about it, and anybody who's reached out, I've been really, really honest, and I was honest with Craig too. I can tell you, one of the things we wanted to get to is, I didn't know if you had certain goals you were looking for in producing the product. My personal pick, just because it's a category that I've struggled in, is chicken. And one thing I absolutely love about the new chicken rub is the texture. And so anybody who's friends with me and follow me on Facebook, when we go camping, I'm running half chickens, and I know it's camping food, but trust me, it's just a chance for me to practice some things. And so I always like to take a photo, of that with that sauce glaze on there, because the texture of the rub. A lot of people make a really good chicken rub. I get that, but that appearance and the look in the box. One of the things, and I told Craig too when I got it, that anybody who asks me about the chicken rub, not only is the flavor, in my opinion, right, and it pairs extremely well with Craig's sauce. I'm sure that was the plan. But the texture is just something that I haven't seen in other products that I've tried. And so I don't know if that was a goal in mind, but it's one of the takeaways I had of that.
Well, as far as goals, being a competition cooker, I wanted something that would be attractive in the box. I wanted something that would appeal to that crowd and would be on that level. Now, having said that, I know I'm not going to get a lot of people to switch if they have their favorites, and if they're winning with something else, they're going to stick with it. But what in the back of my mind, what I'm able to do is offer the backyard cook, the camping guy, like you're talking about, going out on the weekends or something with just friends and family. I'm shooting to get their business, and they're able to get something that would be considered the same quality as what we cook with in competition.
Did we lose Case?
I think so.
Case?
I can't.
Oh, he'll be back in a minute.
Does that make any sense?
Absolutely. Because what Case just mentioned, I haven't tried it. I haven't seen it yet. But I will. Just based on what Case said, texture on a chicken, when you open that box, to me, I think that's one of the most appealing things that you see. You want to see a nice glaze. People say ugly chicken wins. I agree with that as well. But if you got a good looking chicken with a nice glaze on it, but underneath that glaze, if you can see some seasonings or something like that, I really think that sets it off. And so what Case just said got me already thinking I got to get some of that and put it on some chicken and try it out. So.
Well, and I had some help too. I mean, I drew on friends and family and other competition cooks. This stuff doesn't just happen overnight. You know how it works.
Oh, yeah.
You start blending something up and mixing something up, and it takes a little while. But so far, the friends that have tried it, the competition cooks that have tried it, have been very pleased with it.
Well, good. And I'm excited to try that one just alone on what Case just said. So good job there. CJ Bean says your products kick ass, and they've made him some good money. Mr. Craig.
How about that, Mr. Bean?
Yes, Roddy Trevino.
Speechless there.
Roddy Trevino said, "Is that Craig Sherry?" Yes, it is.
Look at there.
Trapped in a dungeon somewhere. That's Craig Sherry.
Check your missed phone calls, buddy.
Oh, right. Roddy, apparently you missed some phone calls.
Oh, he just missed one, but it's okay.
So,
I'll tell you what, Rob, if you give me the first of the week, because I don't want Case just to feel like he's the only special one on the So Gooder show.
You don't have to send me anything. I'll go to Dustin's store and pick some up.
I don't mind dropping you a care package, my friend.
Speaking of that, we still
I'm back on. I can hear everything you're saying. I'm back.
Oh, we didn't even notice, Case.
Speaking of that, we still owe the
yes, we do.
Winner of the Texas Pepper Jelly Players Pool. And
wait, who was it?
I think it's Tony Tanache, but I can't guarantee that yet. I'm pretty sure it's Tony. I'm pretty sure it's Tony. Hey, Craig, though, you're one of your original products. Obviously, was the Texas pepper jelly, but these pepper jelly products, they're kind of like like a jelly, right? Like a jam.
Right.
Were you ever using those in your
Absolutely.
competition food?
I started that. I've been accused. I got to be real careful now, I guess, because I've hurt some feelings along the way. I can't make everybody happy or apologize to everybody at once. So maybe instead of apologizing, I'll just keep hurting feelings. Barbecue cooks, by and far, are about the laziest group of guys I've ever known in my life. And I don't mean that with any malice, okay? They're just not. They're motivated. They want to win. They want to work. It's not that they're scared to, but if you can make it easier, I mean, how many times have you used or heard the phrase "cook smarter"? Right.
Right.
That's what drove rib candy, because I got tired of listening to the cooks complain about the jelly. The jelly was too thick to work with. How do you cook with it? I can't make it work. Blah, 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 blah. And it really came out of frustration from listening to these guys. Jelly is still one of the most powerful products that I have, if you'll take the time to learn how to use it. And that is to heat it up, not cook it, heat it up, dissolve it down, use it straight. It'll be a little thicker, a little heavy. Learn how to thin it with some water or put it in a little bit of sauce or something. You're never going to get around that robust taste of real fruit being used. And that's what the jellies have. Where the rib candies are juices, the jelly is made from all fruit. And you just...
So you're saying get it, heat it up, maybe put some apple juice in it to thin it out a little bit.
Pineapple juice, whatever you want to use, thin it down just a little bit, brush it straight, let it sit on there, and it is absolutely amazing. And I've got flavors in the jellies that I do not have in the rib candies. For example, a straight cherry. A straight cherry is just absolute dynamite on pork.
The question I have from your website, Craig, just to prove that I have been on the website. Does anybody actually order a 5-gallon bucket?
A 5-gallon bucket of what? Barbecue sauce?
It says gallon of jelly.
I've got jellies. I offer jellies and gallons, okay? And
Holy
yes.
Crap. That just seems like something a fat guy like me would try.
I'll be honest with you. There's 2 or 3 cooks, and I've always promised I wouldn't give them away. There's 2 or 3 cooks that buy it by the gallons because they use it in cook-offs that much. But I don't stock it. You'd have to let me take a week to 10 days to get you something made. Rib candy, I actually sell a lot of rib candy in 2-gallon buckets.
I love your rib candy.
You know, if you've got the place to put it,
apple cherry, awesome.
You can. The 2-gallon bucket's just the most economical way to go. And the only thing I have in 5-gallon buckets is Craig's sauce. Okay. And who wouldn't buy Craig's sauce in the 5-gallon bucket? I mean, let's just be honest.
It's good. The raspberry habanero pepper jelly, your jar is priced at $77.95. Raspberry. Raspberry must be in demand.
I don't sell many of them, but I'm not complaining. I'll let my web people know that's an oversight.
And your 5-gallon is $9.47. So there you go. You got to fix that.
We'll go back and get that fixed. I would like to say this while we're talking about the website.
Yeah.
I just spent a boatload of money to encourage the people on social media to be able to buy direct without having to open another. It's amazing, guys. Number of people who don't nowadays like to open a second screen and go to a website and buy something. They want it right there, instantaneous in front of them. So we created a whole second website focused on social media so that you can see the shopping cart, you can see the items right there on our page. You can go there and check out and make it as simple as possible for our customers to order without having to leave. We're doing that on Facebook, and I've also decided to get into the social media world that I detest so much, and I'm on Instagram.
I've seen you on TikTok and on Snapchat too, Craig.
Have you really? I
Mainly,
know I'm on
mainly
YouTube. The
TikTok.
other, what are the other two? I've never seen them.
I don't know, but you're an amazing dancer on TikTok.
Oh, great! Thanks.
And your MySpace page kicks ass. Not gonna lie.
Are you serious?
No.
I didn't. Thank goodness. See, I don't keep up with everything. Matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and tell y'all. I hired a marketing company. I ain't got time for this crap. I had one of our.
It's Robin Case is doing his marketing. So when you see see everything.
I had a promoter. I won't mention her name, but she talked to me the other day, and she said, "Mr. Sherry," she said, "all of a sudden you've got real nice and friendly and professional on social media." The next words out of her mouth was, "Who'd you hire to do it? Because we know it's not you." So
I can imagine.
Greg even says my stuff looks good on social media, and so
that's
that
right.
must be somebody. It must be somebody. Greg must have somebody on his personal account too, answering those, posts.
Oh, absolutely. I have someone answering for me, and I actually monitor some of the stuff. I can't see everything, or I don't take the time to look at everything. And I was looking at something about a week or so ago, and there was a person responding that I thought was being a little persistent and then a little off topic. And I was to the point where I was just in the type, get a life, buddy, move along. And the person that's doing my website give this nice professional answer and just kept being nice. And I actually called her on the phone and said, you can stop being nice. Nobody's this nice. And
you gotta put up with a lot of crap on social media. If you don't have to, I'm just saying there's a lot of crap getting thrown at you if you're on social media.
Unless your case, and if your case, you go.
Clint Swindoll's watching. He said, "Look at pudding on the Smokin."
Yeah, and I saw that. I can see this when they type it in there, and I saw it. I wanted to acknowledge him and say, "Hey, Clint," but the pudding kind of killed it.
Make an app, order, and done. I'm sure that may be in the works there, Mr. Sherry. But no, your products are definitely a big hit. You're in HEB stores. I know the Craig's barbecue sauce is in HEB stores. Is that the only product in there right now?
That's the only product in there right now. It's just Craig's sauce.
I'm sure that's doing well for you.
To be quite honest with you, we picked up in the last 30 days probably 5 more locations.
Nice.
A couple in California, one in Canada. We're now going to be in Alberta, wherever that's at. I haven't looked at the globe or anything.
That's in Western Canada.
Western Canada.
Yeah,
sure.
And so it's pretty cool.
I deal with Canada.
His name's Jason.
Yeah, his name's Jason. Well, great, man. That's amazing, Craig. And think about that, man. Just started from those jellies, and look at you now. 7 rubs.
Who would have thought?
Looking at 11 jellies. You probably have pepper jellies. You got probably 9 or so.
I think I've got 10 jellies, 20 rib candies, 7 sauces, plus all the different varieties of sizes.
While I got you on, tell me what the bird bath is and how do you use it?
Don't tell him everything. I can forward the text message because I order and ask the same shit.
Use it the same way you do the rib candy, except you use it on chicken instead of pork.
There you go. All right.
Well, don't tell everybody. I thought I had insider info. First, I thought
I'm going to go ahead and I've told this enough. It's out there. They're going to get bored hearing it, but I'll tell you again. Any of the rib candies are excellent on chicken. Okay. A mango. Of course, I have a mango bird bath, and I have a mango rib candy. And guys, I'm going to tell you the difference in it. The label.
No.
That's it.
Don't tell CJ Bean. He doesn't need to know.
Well, he may not remember, but that's what prompted that was in the early days I couldn't get people to use it on chicken, and people kept telling me you've got to have something for chicken. If you don't, well, I do. It's called rib candy. No. It says rib, Craig.
It doesn't say chicken on the bottle.
Out of frustration, I just come up with bird bath. I never loved the name, but I just come up with bird bath and made mango both ways. And when I would pour a batch up, I'd pour half of it and label bird bath, and I'd pour the other half and label rib candy.
Oh, there you go.
And I'm going to tell you something.
Breaking news. So Smokin Gooder Show.
It went through the roof. I mean, people were just thrilled to death. They had something now that could be used on chicken. and I'm going to tell you guys, I have customers that still argue with me and tell me they taste different.
And he sells them 2 bottles. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I do. Several times a month. They'll order one rib and 1 chicken, and I'm just chuckling all the time.
That's great. You should charge more for the bird bath.
You think?
You might. I don't know.
Why? You think Fong would buy
it? No, he won't buy it. You got to give it to him.
Yeah. I'll leave that one alone. You know, I actually delivered to Fong. He called me one time, and he was just crying. He had to have this stuff. Fong will pay. He won't pay for shipping. I ain't never seen a person so against paying for shipping in my life. And Fong talked me into bringing it to him, meeting him at the gas station, and I did because he was buying a whole case of it. I took it to him, and it was literally hours before Harvey hit. It was blowing in at the time.
Wow.
And that's how bad he wanted it, and I was willing to make a sale.
He's probably going to the Royal the next week is what he was doing.
With Fong, I quit questioning what Fong does.
Gil Martinez, one of our top Texas cooks, hit 4 first-place chickens when I added rib candy to the sauce.
Why'd he stop?
No.
I'm just giving him crap.
Yeah. Tony said he wants a refund because he's been ordering both.
Yeah, but it's the same price, Tony. Get over it. Does anybody pay Tony any attention?
Yes, Tony. When Tony, that man knows more stuff about nonsense than anybody I know.
He posts some stuff that is very, very funny. Oh, I can't admit it to my friends because then they'll know how twisted I am.
Don't get on his private messenger page though. Don't do that.
No.
I
had to unsubscribe.
Uh-oh.
That's terrible.
I may have to check it out now.
Oh, here we go. You got a bunch of people hit first place in Freeport with bird bath and rib candy. So there you go.
Have you tasted Tony's stuff he's making?
I have. It's really good.
Is it?
Yeah. Yes, it is. It's a.
One day I'll figure out if I can get some.
I haven't tasted his barbecue sauce. He has a barbecue sauce as well, but his Nana's sugo sauce, which is a pasta sauce, is really good. My wife put it on some of the pasta she made. It's been a couple of weeks. It's been about a month now, and kids loved it. I loved it. It was good, real good.
You notice how much stuff for sale out there now?
Yeah, Gil Martinez is making a hot sauce. Gil,
Gil's got a hot sauce. The Worms got all kind of alcohol beverages, and
next. A lot of people don't know, but I'm going to raffle my spot off on the So Smokin Gooder
show.
Don't
even get started on raffles. Oh, my God. 2020 is going to go down as the year of the raffle.
300 spots at $7,000 a spot.
Did you
have my spot on the So Smokin Gooder Show?
Did you see Craig's raffle comment during quarantine? Yeah, raffle is a big deal right now. The wheel of luck is happening right now. It's the year of the wheel of luck. Gil Martinez, if you want to send some of that hot sauce our way,
that little wheel.
We'll try it.
Do you trust that little wheel, guys? Honestly,
no. It says it's random, but it's a program. I don't know. I don't know.
I know nothing about it. I'll be honest with you. I haven't been participating. Been tempted, but I haven't yet.
So yeah.
The spot on this show is up for grabs.
Shout out to Jason Marquez. He's raffling off his Tyler Cannon fabrication pits and also his barbecue trailer.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's trying to raise money for a surgery he needs. So I think he's filled his spots, which is awesome. Good to see. And hopefully he gets what he's looking for out of that stuff, man.
And it's about time for another race. It's about time for another race crew drone.
Has it been 10 minutes yet?
Huh?
Has it been 10 minutes already?
Oh, is it that often? I knew there were quite a few of them.
I'm just kidding. Hey, race crew drums That's a big hit right now.
I'm not knocking the drums. I do wish, though, and I'm saying this in part seriousness and part fun because I feel like he's probably listening. Somebody needs to teach Jason how to use his video a little bit better, because if I see that freaking garage floor one more time, come on, guys. Jason, pick the camera up. Show us something different, buddy.
Not everybody has somebody handling their social media accounts, Craig.
Right, Craig.
Okay, fair enough.
For that.
Call me, Jason. I'll send you to my people. They don't charge a whole
lot. So, Craig, what's been going on with you right now during this no IBCA cooks? Obviously, you've been focusing on your rubs and your ribs and all of that. But are you looking forward to? You got any cook-offs you're hoping to see that don't get that COVID Kevin doesn't come on and cancel?
San Antonio. And I right now, if you talk to anybody with San Antonio Rodeo, they're going to tell you we're a go, and rightly so. It's not till the end of January, okay? So there is plenty of time. But I know San Antonio has been hard hit with this COVID, and come on, if the Royal can fail, the San Antonio Rodeo could be postponed. Well, they shut down the Houston Rodeo. The cook-off had already happened, thankfully.
Right.
If they have to suffer with this, it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Absolutely not.
It could affect San Antonio, but I hope it doesn't. That's one of my big faves of the year. We started a couple of years ago supporting Cash for Kids and making financial contribution out there, and it raises so much money, and there's so many good causes that come from San Antonio. I hope nothing happens there.
Tony Zanacha, he what he does is one of his many jobs is going out and setting up venues or events for like concerts and conventions and stuff like that. And he's telling us right now there's no concerts, there's none of that happening. He said rodeos aren't going to happen. I don't know if he has any inside information, but
well, the cook-off's a separate entity from the rodeo. I mean, they
positive, Tony.
They're part of it, but they're not. It's a separate event wise. They've got their own grounds. Well, y'all been out there, haven't you? I've seen you, Rob, out there.
Actually, I've never been out there. I want to.
Case, you been out there?
San Antonio, I have made fun of the rodeo too many times. I'm not invited.
Roddy's giving you some crap there, Case.
Real Texas rodeo.
That little
I know Roddy's out there. Roddy's the man.
Little baby ass rodeo in San Antonio.
So I have plans to be out there this year if it happens with Joey Machado. So I'm hoping it does too. Roddy
shared a story with me this past year, and I had forgotten it. I've done so much, and it's all a blur over the last few years. But Roddy was telling me that he visited with me the first time he went out there to cook it, and obviously it's been a few years ago if I can't remember it, but he said we had a good time and got to meet a lot of people. So, hey, there's always that. I love the rodeo. The San Antonio Rodeo, though, a longtime friend to a lot of us. I don't know that if y'all were friends or you heard about it, but Paul Shoddy from Head Country passed away unexpectedly. And Paul cooked the San Antonio Rodeo. It was one of the first places I met Paul was at the San Antonio Rodeo. So I would like to see it go on this year and remember him.
I had the pleasure of meeting Paul at the Memphis in May. I was actually part of the cook team for Smoked and Spiced, which is Kendall Adair's team, and Paul was part of that team. Me, Paul, Joey Machado, Kendall Adair, we were all part of the team, so I got to be a teammate of his, and he's a super nice guy.
Did you spend some time just talking to him?
Yeah, very welcoming.
Heck of a nice guy. I mean,
Johnny Joseph, can't leave him out. He was part of that team too. Big steak, 3-time SCA winner. It was a great event, and Paul was just a super nice guy. Actually, I slept in the same damn room with him. So,
there you go.
Yeah, I did get to spend a little time with him.
Paul was a great guy. I mean, I'll tell you this. We all know this. All the barbecue world is out there listening now. don't take anything for granted. Don't take your friends for granted. I spoke to Paul Wednesday before he passed away on Sunday. Had I known it was the last conversation, I might have said a few more things. I remember the last words said when I hung up was, "Go do what you got to do because we got plenty of time. I'll catch you in a few days." And you don't. None of us know.
Yep. No, you're right.
That's my serious talk for the moment. How about that?
There you go.
Come on, find something light in the conversation.
Yeah.
All right. You still bringing your stereo system equipment out for cook-offs now?
Please. Stereo system. Who do you think I am? Phil Breeden?
So, well, good. Do you have anything else you wanna hit on before we let you get? It's been we're at this about an hour now.
I can't think of anything. I'm always so pleased y'all let me on here and talk BS for a few minutes. I don't get to see y'all near enough, and when I do, if y'all are still the same way I am when you're at a cook-off, there's so many people, and you've only got so much time.
Right.
By the way, last time I saw Diane, she was still recovering from her surgery, shoulder. How's she doing?
She's pretty much fully recovered. The COVID actually put a dent in her rehab treatments and whatnot, but she seems to be okay.
Good.
Yeah, she's got most of her range of motion back and everything like that, but she's definitely well on the road of full recovery, so it's good.
Case having lost nearly 100 pounds myself over the last couple of years. You got a target in mind? Or are you close?
Just kind of chipping away. Taking the kid back to the water park for her birthday in September, and we were just there, and every sign said none of these slides are recommended for anybody over 250. And so we're shooting to at least get to 250, so I don't have to lie to those poor kids, lifeguards.
You notice, Rob, he didn't say he stayed off of them. He just lied.
No, I rode every ride, and I'm pretty sure they all stared at me, and they said, this fool ain't 250.
That's so he doesn't hit the back wall when he slides off that slide.
You'll get there. I've got all the faith in the world. Keep it up. Good job.
Yeah,
man. If it totally helps you get there, that's even better.
Absolutely.
Definitely looking good. Well, thank you, Craig. Thanks for coming back on the show.
Thank you, guys. And I'm going to get off of here and wait for Jason to call me and ask me who to help him with his videos.
All right, buddy.
He's got a good-looking garage floor.
Do what?
He's got a good-looking garage floor, probably better than mine.
Well, my recommendation is going to be paint it. But dear God, I'm afraid he'll do it orange, and that's going to be a lot of orange.
Greg, thanks for joining the show, man. We appreciate it.
Y'all be good. Thank you, gentlemen.
There he was, Craig Sherry, former IBCA president and owner of Texas Pepper Jelly and Craig's Barbecue Sauce.
Yeah, and he's got a boatload of products, and most of those you can get from our good friends at the barbecue store who make this possible for us to bring on. You can order all of his products, obviously, from Texas Pepper Jelly's website. Now you can go straight through social media on Facebook. I don't know if that's good or bad for me, but it sounds like there's even more ways to get a hold of the products. I do know the rub, especially that chicken rub, is available there in Hempstead. Wally, our good friend, hit me up and said they were taking a sample out the other day, and he bought the sample. So, Craig, you might want to ship them some more chicken. The barbecue store in Hempstead is where we get our supplies, where you should too. So whether you want to be when we get back to cooking competition, or maybe you're doing some of these bootleg competitions, or you just want to be the king of the cul-de-sac, the barbecue store in Hempstead, Texas is an absolute place to get tons of products, including Texas Pepper Jelly.
Absolutely. Somebody asked about a roll call for the bootleg cook-offs, which is the BCA that's happening in September, Labor Day weekend in Hempstead, Texas. If you still want to get in, I talked to Robert Smith earlier today. He says he's going to accept teams. He's not going to cut them off. They are going to practice social distancing and of course, everything that's going on right now and the way we have to handle cook-off. But I'm going to be there. Hopefully Case can join me. I don't know if that's Labor Day weekend. That's probably a big weekend for you business-wise. So, yeah, hopefully. And we'll see if Case can make it out there. But what about the rib shootout and chicken challenge in Hempstead at the barbecue store, Case?
Yeah, no, that's so those of you were able to go there last time. It's a great event. It's close. For those listening in the Houston area, it's very easy to get to on 290. If you're coming out of the Austin area, it's nothing. Head towards Brenham and go a little farther. So it's easy to get in. It's in the old Lawrence Marshall. They clobber big city prices parking lot, and so
That's right.
Lots of space. Great, easy to get in and out. And First Class Barbecues across the street. I hear you can run everything on Robert's tab if you come to town. So,
have you eaten at the First Class Barbecue?
Oh yeah. We cut that way to go to NASCAR because we travel Highway 6 up towards Fort Worth, and so the only thing that sucks is we come home on Mondays and these closed on Mondays. But
one time I did try to make a trek out there. I didn't call them. I was just surprised it closed. Damn. But
it's good when it sells out.
That's good. Hey, that is good. That is good. Speaking of that, big news out of you were just talking about sponsors real quick. Rick's RV Repairs. You guys need any kind of RV rental, RV repairs, contact Rick's RV Repairs. I'll get that phone number. I'll post it in the comments. He's a big sponsor of this show. We do appreciate it. And I know Case isn't drinking right now, but I am still Eureka Heights, Mini Boss. Good stuff. Local Houston brewery. If you're looking for some good old beer, and it's not that craft brew stuff. Well, some of it is, but they do have some good old easy drinking beers. So when I mean by IPAs, I'm just not a big IPA guy. And so some of that heavy stuff, I don't dig too much. But this is good. Of course, the Buckle Bunnies are always good. Anyway, but big news out of RecTech, Case. You see?
Yeah, they someone can't spell.
They changed the name. The reason why they changed the name, lawsuit. Hey, you get big, you start making money, you start growing.
Yeah, coolers now.
People want to sue you, and so so they apparently there was another grill company using the tech name TEC that had been out longer than they were, and so they had to change their name. So they are now RecTech with the Q. It's all about the Q, Case. Barbecue quality. They have great customer service. Big fan of their products. And
I feel like we should have, or maybe I missed it. Should we be posting our own testimonials and letting everybody know that we're still RecTech with the Q, or what you got here?
I did it.
Did you do it? I hadn't been paying attention.
I did it.
I do follow you on Facebook.
Still RecTech. So with a Q, love their products. And it's not only grills now, like you just mentioned. I heard you sneak it in. Icer coolers, a RecTech Icer. It's that Yeti style cooler. Nice coolers. I'll have to post. They're sending a green one to me, so we'll have to check it out. And once we get it, maybe may have a red one for you. We'll see.
Even better.
I know you like the Roughneck red. So I'll talk to Jody.
They're back, baby.
They are back.
Are
they back? Are they back?
Yeah. Come on. I need some positivity from you.
I don't know, man. We'll see. I want to attend a Roughnecks game, man. I haven't done it yet.
Good.
You were all about that.
We're good now. We're good. We got the rock, baby.
You were all about it. So, anyway, I think that's going to wrap up our show. Thanks to Craig Sherry for coming on the show. Thank you to our sponsors that sponsored this deal. Gil Martinez is bringing us or sending us salsa. Got to try that. Hope it's hot. I think it is. We'll see. And Joey and I are going to be shooting. CJ says they got a few sponsors. You let me
got enough time. I got to get on the exercise bike.
He's got to get on the exercise bike. Case, congratulations, man. You're looking good. Looking good. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep riding that bike. And we'll be seeing you here in the next show. You'll be another 10 pounds, 15 pounds down. We'll see.
We shall see.
All right,
we mentioned everybody tonight. One more shout out to our good friends at Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics. Took the old tailgate trail out. Not sure why, but I felt like giving it a bath, and man, the thing cleaned up. That wrap is over 4 years old on a trailer that's out in the sun. That's, and man, it just looks fantastic. Got a new neighbor walked across the street, Texas fan, said, man, this trailer looks badass. I said, yeah, this trailer is 4 years old. And man, the work that those guys do. So there's any doubt, when you get back on the cooking trail or you need anything large print graphics, hit Cheeto up and those guys at Bull Printing. It is by far the most first class experience you can have, and on something that's gonna last and look damn good. And I was super impressed. Cleaned up well. 4 years later, still looks good. Just hope we get to use the damn thing. But yeah,
my wrap has 8 years on it now. still looking good. They
You
do.
still have Brian Cushing inside your damn door.
I do have Brian Cushing. Hey man, I need to put a needle in his butt just for good old times. Anyway, that didn't sound good, but like a syringe. How's that? A little better. But as CJ just said right now, everybody stay safe. Can't wait to see everybody again at the cook-off. I will be attending a couple of the bootleggers, as we mentioned in the show. Just go out there and be smart. Practice social distancing. Wear a fucking mask, I guess, if you're going to be in front of people. I don't know if that's even helped, but whatever. We'll see. Wash your hands. That's all that. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Stay away from people, pretty much. And turn in some damn good food at a cook-off. That's what I'm going to try to do, and we'll see what happens. So, I'm going to be at the barbecue store next weekend. Hopefully, Case can go out there and get Fong's Nest again for pork chops. And I will be also at Robert Smith Husky Picnic because look at me. I fit the bill.
Only big guys are allowed.
I fit the build, Husky. And next week on the show, we are going to do a show next week. We're going to have Dustin Stanley and Robert Smith to talk about their cook-offs. So that's going to wrap up tonight's show. We appreciate you tuning in. Thanks for everybody coming on the show. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for making comments. And thank you to Craig Sherry. We will see you next week.
Yeah, okay. Good news to you, California. We learned tonight Texas Pepper Jelly Promise got 2 more locations. So maybe there's hope that you can do barbecue. But until then, good night, Barbecue Nation. And you too, California.
Late.